morning and welcome to the Charleston Sternwheel Regatta Festival and the Grand Feature Parade. Lots of excitement as we follow through with the 1990 Regatta theme, A Tidal Wave of Excitement. This year we lead off with Marshall, with Tech in the center, and the Mountaineer Band from WVU bringing up the finish. Once again, the Charleston Festival Commission is pleased to have Capital Cablevision, MCI Telecommunications, PBY, and the Charleston Daily Mail as sponsors of the Grand Parade. Our parade features over 25 floats, 22 bands, and lots of guests in between. I'm Sharon King, and with me is Al McVeigh and Mel Fletcher, and our job for the morning is to bring the caller to you for today's parade and to let you know a little bit about the upcoming regatta schedule. We welcome you to the 20th anniversary of the Charleston Sternwheel Regatta and the Regatta Spectacular Parade. We start out with Marshall. Mel, what we got here?
Leading the parade this year is the band from Marshall University. They're known as the Big Green Marching Machine. The colors are green and white. They're under the direction of Dr. Richard Lemke and Assistant Director Dr. Ben F. Mayo. It's approximately 150 people in the band and 30 members in the auxiliary unit. As you can hear them coming up, this is their theme song, Onward Marshall.
Great sound. Following the band, we have Mayor Chuck Gardner. As he comes up, it's his third year to lead off the regatta parade, and with him are his grandchildren, Katie and Harper Gardner. The mayor can be found on race day, or boat race day, I might add, on board the Denny, being a great advocate of the river and everything that goes on there. And as you'll see, coming up behind him is following Bob Wise. And Bob Wise is actually clogging up the street.
Little tidbit about the car the mayor is driving in. That's a 1964 Lincoln four-door convertible, and it's owned by Alan Arthur, who happens to own Rose City Press up here in Charleston.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And here comes clogging Bob Wise. I tell you what, he is a champion clogger. He is.
They told us he was supposed to drive in a car, but they said he had a preference for clogging, so obviously he won, and the car lost. Yeah.
The car's right behind him.
Oh, is that? Oh!
Tell you what, it's tough to argue with a congressman, you know.
Mel pointed out he hopped out of the car. Yeah.
It looks like maybe Bob will make it and the car won't.
Well, that's our friend Doy Maston there driving that 1923 Ford Roadster. Beautiful looking car.
How'd you know that? Now we've got Festival Commission President Jim Burdett. He's had a big job this year.
Gigantic job. Having served on the Festival Commission board, I know what it takes to put this event together. And Jim and all of his committees have been working for the past year just to coordinate all these activities. And I know Jim's job has suffered, but he does a great job.
One thing Jim was proud of when he was talking to him last night, he was the organizer of the Anything Float parade. So if you're out near the Canal River, you might want to take a look at that later on. And when they say anything that floats, that's what they mean.
Anything that floats. Okay, we got our co-models here now.
That's right, Nelson Jones and Harry White. Harry is a captain of the river, and Nelson, of course, his idea was to start this regatta at the age of 12 years old. It was his idea.
This is pretty. This is the Regatta's Queen float, featuring there's Queen Gretchen Kessler. And the float was decorated with fresh flowers by the Canal Forest Association.
One thing I learned about Gretchen and meeting her last night, she's a very personal young lady, and I might add she's also a sophomore at Marshall University, and believe it or not, she's majoring in public relations.
She's a beautiful young lady.
She's done her duties, and just the beginning. This is just the beginning of a week of 10 days of festivities that she'll be reigning over.
It's nice that they put her behind the Marshall University band. I think that was apropos. Here comes her court. We might mention here that the Queen is selected several
That entered the competition.
Well, those are three pretty looking little girls right up there. Yes, they did. Float sponsored by Hardee's and One Valley Bank.
Beautiful float. And it fits in with the team of the regatta. It's a Sternwheeler.
Yeah, looks like a little miniature P8 in it. Now we have coming the South Charleston High School Band. Well, the Orange and Black Eagles from South Charleston.
South Charleston's band director is Gail Kennedy. She's done a tremendous job putting this band together.
We might mention here that as we sit on this side of the street, across from us are the three judges, Mike Roberts, Ken Marge, and Jackie Caudill, who are judging the bands as they go by. And at 2 o'clock this afternoon at Laley Field, those awards will be given out to the winning bands.
I believe South Charleston's well represented with those fine young people.
We're now seeing the color guard from the Colonel Charles Young Post 57 American Legion with Commander Clayford McMickles. Coming into focus is the Herbert Hoover Marching Huskies. Under the director of Stephen A. Foster. Stephen Foster is the director of this band.
Herbert Hoover historically has one of the better bands here in the valley.
He's got a big band.
Pretty appropriate music, the Navy theme, Anchors Away.
Coming up the street, we're showing the Ladies Oriental Shrine of North America float.
As Sharon said, this is the Ladies Oriental Shrine of North America, and its theme is Egyptian excitement. It features Phyllis Watson, who is the high priestess, and she's known as Isis, the Egyptian goddess. This is the year for the shrine for the tiger lily, and the hummingbird. As you can see, they also have a color guard in front of the float.
Has their own color guard.
This organization was founded in 1903 in the fine city of Wheeling, West Virginia, located in the Northern Panhandle.
You wouldn't guess that Mel was from the northern part of the state, would you?
Now the order extends throughout North America, Hawaii, and Okinawa. Our patrol unit is under the drill captain of Angus Samples, who's also is performing.
Do we know if this group won anything on the float contest? So we haven't gotten that yet. So they're an impressive looking bunch of ladies. They've got a long walk to go yet.
Dressed in the gold and blue of West Virginia, too.
I think that's probably their color.
I'd like to think that it's West Virginia's theme, too.
All right.
What the heck?
A lot of work and time go into these floats. They really put themselves into it.
Our next float is, of course, the Soapbox Derby entries. And these young ladies here are sisters. Stacy Lucas in a blue float, in a blue car, number 10. She's 12 years old. First trip to Akron. And the other soapbox, the orange one, number 115, is her sister Kim Lucas. They're from Charleston. They go to Oakwood Elementary. And this is the first year in Charleston's history and the first year in the history of the Soapbox Derby at Akron that we had sisters performing at the same time.
Are you saying those two girls were both winners?
Well, they made a good showing while they were there.
Mel, here comes the cars that were being raced by the handicapped children. Yes. And that was started about 3 years ago, I believe.
Wonderful event. Now we have Union Carbide Corporation. They've got a float with us today, and it's a whale. It's a large whale, a blue whale, that may grow up to 95 feet long and weigh 150 tons.
Looks like we have a Spanish galleon on the back shooting at the crowd, too.
Said riding on the float are Bill Turley as Captain Cook and Kate Kidd as Peter Pan.
Pretty appropriate.
Yeah.
As long as they don't start flying around, I think we'll be okay.
Okay, we have the Sissonville Junior High School Band under the directorship of Eugene Warner.
Is their first place flag corps, which won the 1989 Oaksville marching competition. Beautiful uniforms. The next float that we have participating is the United Way of the Kanawha Valley. And a lot of people probably don't realize, but several hundreds of people get together and raise a little over $2 million annually for the United Way here in the Kanawha Valley.
We have some Channel 8 employees, some United Way volunteers, and some Turnpike family dealership. They're all getting ready for the rubber ducky race on September the 2nd.
I hope everyone bought a rubber ducky.
Speaking of rubber duckies.
There he is. By the way, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, those rubber duckies are still available at $5 a piece, and all the proceeds go to the United Way.
There's the Turnpike Ford car with rubber duckies in the front windshield.
Well, that Turnpike Ford pickup truck is what you'll win if your rubber ducky finishes first.
Aha. All right, now I have a float with C&P Telephone Company. This is their educational float. C&P believing that the future of their state lies with their youngest citizens, the children of West Virginia. The world belongs to education. Fubar the Clown.
All right. Clowns make the parades. And Fubar is official clown of Charleston, West Virginia.
They seem happy to be here.
Clowns are happy to be anywhere.
All right. Now,
Believe me, I know.
Okay. Filling in for St. Albans High School, who is unable to be here today, is the Nitro High School Band under the leadership of Mr. Kim Skaggs. Nitro's colors are red and black.
It's funny, the principal of Nitro High School, Paul McClanahan, happened to run into me. It just so happens I was at a Pittsburgh Steelers game last year, and all of a sudden, Paul walks in, and I can't believe that I run into him.
Okay. Earlier this
We just
week,
had the Motorcraft race car go by.
Earlier this week, I had the opportunity to talk to Gary Sigmund, who is with MCI and a co-sponsor of this parade. MCI's involvement this year with the Regatta Parade.
Well, of course, we are a monetary sponsor of the parade itself. We also get involved, the employees of the company, in carrying the banner down the street in front of the parade, giving things out along the parade route to children. And, of course, I'm involved in the award ceremony after the parade, making presentations of awards to the best band, the floats, and those things that are in the parade itself.
So it encompasses all of your employees then?
Pretty much so, yeah. We all seem to get involved. Everybody in the office enjoys it quite a bit. It's a lot of fun.
How many years have you been doing this?
This is our 6th year, I believe.
Oh, very good. Is MCI active in the community?
Yes, very much so. MCI, like most businesses, I think, feel responsibility to the community to get involved and help support the community. And the Regatta, of course, is one of the largest events for the city of Charleston. So especially we felt it was important to get involved with Regatta.
Very good. We appreciate it, and thank you.
Thank you.
We might mention here that without these sponsors, this parade would not exist. And so it's good to have people like MCI and Capital Cablevision and WPBY and Charleston Daily Mail all giving of their time, their effort, and their money to get out here. And we weren't on the air when the banner went by, but the various employees of these companies get out and work in the lines and carry the banners and help to organize the parade. So they do a very good job for this.
I'd like to say there is a huge crowd here today. It's just all up and down Main Street here. You can see them just all the way down towards Sears and Roebuck building down there, and all the way up towards the bridge. Just a huge crowd of people here today.
I think the weather's participating with us, and everybody's going to take advantage of it.
Well, it never rains on Regatta. You knew that, didn't you?
Oh, well, I hope. Now, we might mention the Regatta balloon, which you're seeing here. This belongs to the Charleston Festival Commission and was purchased about 6 or 7 years ago. The larger balloons that you've seen in the parades in the past were not sponsored this year, so maybe next year we'll have a little bit more of a sponsorship and you'll be able to see them. As the balloon goes by, what we'll do now is we'll show you an interview with Al Fry, the parade commissioner. We're here at the University of Charleston with Al Fry, who is the parade chairman. And Al, tell us a little bit about what went in to make this parade the success it is.
Well, we've done a great deal of organization since the end of last year's parade, and then the last few months very intensive work, and we've been working hard to provide a good quality parade with a great deal of variety for the parade viewers this year.
Do you have a committee that works on this all year long?
Yes, we have a parade committee that we have a chairman and a float chairman, and we have other individuals, about 8 or 10, who work in various areas for the organization of the parade.
Well, I'd say your committee did a good job. Thank you, Mr. Fry. We're back with a little bit of a break in the parade, and I think maybe we should talk a little bit about some of the upcoming events. I know this afternoon, after everyone leaves here, is the Taste of Charleston down at the Charleston Civic Center. So that's something for everyone to get in the car and come to.
I'm ready to eat.
It's a little early yet, Alan.
Oh, okay.
Also, we want to remind people about the big grand feature parade awards, which would be held later on over at Laley Field.
Oh, that's right.
And of course, the marching bands from West Virginia University and Marshall University will be putting on a sort of a halftime benefit of the regatta participants.
Did you? I think we'll take this time now to show you an interview we did earlier in the week with Jim Burdett. I'm here with Jim Burdett, president of the Charleston Regatta. And Jim, tell us a little bit about what we're going to see this year, some new events on the agenda.
Well, as you know and we've publicized, we're opening up the municipal auditorium this year. We think that's going to be a real plus for us and for any of the regatta goers who, for whatever reason, have had a reason to stay away. This gives you a place to sit down if you're of the type that can't stand all day, if you don't like the beer, if you would be a pregnant lady or an older husband and wife. We think that's really exciting.
It is. What else do we have coming up?
Something that really isn't new, but that is larger than ever. According to the state fire marshal, the closing ceremonies, which include a fireworks display, are going to be the largest ever shot in the state of West Virginia.
Oh, that's exciting. What do you mean the largest ever shot?
Absolutely. They have documented, and we have to buy a permit. And to buy that permit, we have to tell them what the fireworks cost. And we're kind of keeping it a secret, but they know, and they have said to me that this will be the largest fireworks that have ever been displayed anywhere in this state.
We look forward to that. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Well, we're back to the parade route. Just wanted to tell you a little bit about the hot air balloon race that's going to be held today at 5 o'clock. Saw Paul McCorkle yesterday evening, and I understand that the hare and hound race went off rather well. And the hot air balloon race itself will begin at 5 o'clock over at the University of Charleston if you're interested.
Okay, we have a color guard coming up. We don't have a lot of information on it, but it's John Brawley, post number 20.
Fine group of people.
Followed behind them by the Capitol High School Band under the directorship of Bob Scott.
Speaking of bands, I think we probably should tell them something about the concert tonight at 8 o'clock. It's Hat Night tonight, and Billy Preston's going to be here along with Meatloaf. I can't wait to see Meatloaf.
I want to see the hats. We might mention the Capitol High School principal is John Clendenin. This is Capitol High School's second year not only in the parade, but in existence.
I'll tell you, Bob Scott's done a tremendous job putting this band together. Last year, they became one of the better bands in the whole state in their first year of existence.
I know, they've got a lot of awards. And listen to the audience. They seem to be very appreciative.
We might mention earlier this morning, about 7:30, before some of us were even up, that we had a few participants in the bicycle tour, riding 100 miles and 54 miles. They ought to be coming in about now, so I hope they get to see some of this beautiful parade that we have here in downtown Charleston.
I don't know about you, but if I'd been in it, probably wouldn't get here tomorrow.
The Marching Cougars.
Notice not one drop of tone.
No.
Of Capitol High School.
Extremely impressive. I miss Charleston High School, though.
Well, I'm Miss Stonewall.
Well, that's... I'll give you that.
Okay, children, please.
Now we have a float from the Charleston Sequinettes under the directorship, I get that word right, of Donna Dan.
Pretty young ladies.
They're all baton twirlers and dancers.
You'll notice their flatbed truck that they built their float on is provided by Trojan Steel. There are a number of companies that participate in the regatta, and if we didn't have that participation from the business community, we probably wouldn't have a very good regatta.
That's true. That's true. Well, we got another rubber ducky, Alan. They're trying to encourage us to get out there and buy those.
Well, I tell you what, it's fun to watch. We have a pontoon boat that the Charleston Fire Department provides, and they push the rubber duckies down the river for us.
Oh.
And again, the winner of the race this year wins a brand new pickup truck from Turnpike Ford.
Okay.
Coming into view now, of course, is the Fez Jeep. The Fez, of course, is a symbol of the shrine. The Benedictine Temple is one of the 190 temples throughout North America, representing approximately 800,000 Shriners. In addition to the fraternal aspect, the shrine has 19 orthopedic hospitals and 3 burns hospitals.
Wonderful.
And right behind them, of course, is the major uniformed units under the direction of John Lloyd.
And here comes the shrine clown.
I was looking at the potentate.
That happens to be Reverend John F. Torrance. John is the potentate right now, and I didn't know if you all knew it or not, but a good friend of ours will be the up-and-coming potentate, Eric Nelson,
Very good.
in the incoming year. Right behind the potentate, of course, we have the Benedictine Gold Band. The drum major is Wally Robar.
Oh, like the guy with the puppet.
Well, of course, their big fundraising event is the Shrine Circus. All the proceeds, I believe, go to the Shrine Hospitals.
The Gold Band in recent competition in Chicago won 2 superior ratings against other shrine temples of Northern America. This is under the direction of Dick Stockton. And right behind them, of course, we have the Benedictine Charleston Patrol. President is Clint Walker, and the captain is Conrad Pat Collins.
Oh, look at them. The drill team.
Precision marching.
Yeah.
They practice many hours during a week.
They have to. They're very good.
Well, there's my next door neighbor out there.
Listen, at regatta time, it's a small world.
See everyone you know
Yes,
down here.
yes. Who do we have in the car down there, Bill? Do we know?
That's somebody got in. I don't know who that is.
It's a nice looking Mercedes,
Yes,
or at
it
least
is.
a replica of it anyway.
We don't know who's in it, but we
That's
like what
right.
he's in, yes. Oh, here's what you were talking about, Alan, the Children's Hospital van.
Yes.
Right.
I tell you, Shriners all over the world provide enormous amounts of money to children's hospitals. They do a tremendous job for all of us here in the community.
Well, before Mel tells us about the Oriental Band down here, I got a secret to tell you. I know who that guy with the sword is. And
Who?
I happen to know that he's a local Charleston policeman.
Aha.
Aha!
Better not
Okay.
mess with him.
That's
Not
right.
that sword he's got in his
That
hand.
sword could be lethal.
That's right.
As Sharon said, coming into view now, of course, is the Benedictine Oriental Band. Its president is Noble Bill Witten, under the direction of Jess Kitchen. In the recent competition in Chicago, of course, against other shrine temples of North America, the band placed first in stage competition,
Oh.
first in parade competition, first as director, and first overall. Ladies and gentlemen, just listen to them. Here they come, the Orient Band of Benedictine Temple. they love it. Watch them. You think they have to shave their heads to get those parts?
By the way, I understand you have to have a degree in music to participate in this band also.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. And of course, right behind him, we have the Legion of Honor under the commandership of Joe Booth. This next organization is known as the Flying Fezzes. Its president is Clayton Stone. Now, you're talking about an expensive hobby. All these pilots own their own airplanes.
Oh, these are pilots.
They fly patients to hospitals in emergencies.
I hope they don't fly them in that one.
That's wonderful that they do that. I didn't know about that. They have their own clown corps.
Oh,
huh?
yes. That is known as the Bennett Keenum Clowns.
And the kids love them.
President, of course, is James Plank Handle, and the boss's clown is Dick Phillips. And there's one clown in there that we all know used to be our former weatherman, Bill Richards.
Hey, you're in line. Well, I can't tell which one Bill is.
Aha.
They must do it good because I don't see him.
The kids really love these clowns.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really nice that the Shriners participate in all the civic activities that go on in our city. They're always there for the people to enjoy.
Now, here
Well, of
comes-
course, one clown's down there getting hugs from all the young women in the audience.
That must be Bill Richards.
Could be.
Now, I like the motorcycle units.
Oh.
While we have a couple moments here, let's go ahead and show an interview that I did last week with Mike Kellerman from Capital Cablevision. Capital Cablevision. Capital Cablevision being a sponsor of the parade. How many years have you all been doing this?
Well, this will be the 8th year that we've been involved in the parade, and you know, each year it just keeps getting better and better, and I'm really looking forward to today's parade. It's going to be great. We've been involved with it for 8 years, and I think we try to give something back to the community, and this is one of the best ways to do it because this is something that everyone can enjoy.
Do all your employees get to be involved in this?
In some form or another, we work some booths for volunteer work there. We have some people that'll be walking the parade banner today. So we try to get everybody involved that would like to be, sure.
Well, we thank you for being with us and thank you for sponsoring the parade.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next we have in front of us the Motor Corps. Its president being Richard Kelly, and the drill master is a gentleman by the name of Fred Conley. Fred Conley, I happen to know very well, happens to be the husband of the young lady who's the secretary for a realty company I work for.
I thought it was another neighbor of yours or something.
No, I only have a few neighbors. These gentlemen practice every night, not every night, but every Tuesday for about 3 or 4 hours. And as you can see, practice makes perfect. Just watch
They
them.
do a good job, yeah. I like that sound, Bill. What's that?
That is a symbol of it. That is called a calliope. And we're very fortunate to have playing it tonight for this afternoon, Lou Hatcher. Lou has been playing the calliope for many years for the Benedictine Temple.
Fantastic sound.
Yeah,
I would like to see a contest sometime between the Benedictine calliope and the calliope on the
PA. You know, Mike Kellerman brought something to mind. Capital Cablevision has been sponsoring this Grand Parade for the last 6 years.
Yes, yes.
Just a little more background on the Benedictine. The total number of participants in the parade today, number 200 men and 4 vehicles.
That noise we hear coming up is the West Virginia Tech Band.
Gene, I thought it was the Olympia Brass Band there for a minute.
They're loud, yeah. They're under the directorship of Dr. Charles Martin.
Using a jazz theme this morning, it appears. And as I mentioned, we'll have the Olympia Brass Band in town, and they will be the featured entertainment next Saturday.
They're total New Orleans today.
Yes.
And right in the dead center is a KRT trolley bus carrying the Malden Cub Scouts under the leadership of Russell Jones.
Of course, you'll be seeing the trolleys a lot more this week. They provide transportation around Charleston during the regatta. And we would invite you to park your automobiles in the outlying areas and take the trolley into town. It's a fun way to get around.
I think I made a mistake. Those do not look like Cub Scouts.
I believe they're the den mothers.
Well, yes.
Someone has misled me on this. Yes.
And all the way from Summersville, West Virginia, we have a Nicholas County Marching Band. Under the directorship of John R. Stats. There are 63 members of the band and 16 members in the auxiliary units.
They finished first place down in Orlando in the All-American Music Festival last year.
They sound wonderful.
In the 1989 Sternwheel Regatta Parade, they placed third. So they're back again. Sheriff's Boy Scouts are in the parade.
Oh, there we go.
No, that's not my Boy Scouts. That's the American Legion post number 20.
Oh.
John Brawley post number 20.
They don't look quite old enough to qualify to be members of the American Legion yet.
No, and that doggy on there is called Dusty, and those kids are Ashley Pritchford, Andrew Pritchford, Jennifer Cottle, and Min Conley.
Pretty dog.
Uh-huh. Now this is the West Virginia Council of Churches float, featuring Dr. Lester A. Ringham, Phyllis Ringham, Reverend James Kerr. And they're telling us the good works of the West Virginia Council of Churches.
And they're also showing us the theme of the regatta this year.
Hey.
It is a tidal wave of excitement.
Next we have Linda Riggins School of Dance and Baton, located in St. Albans, West Virginia. The boat was donated for use by Lou Wendell Marine Services down in St. Albans. And there's so many kids on there, I am not going to read all these names because I would forget one of them, sure in the devil.
This is called them Linda's Shooting Stars. That's what it says on the front there.
Look at them.
Linda's High Setter. She's got a lot of names for those kids.
Well, I thought Lou Wendell would be driving the truck, but it looks like Tommy Riggins is. Tommy's a basketball official around here.
Now we have the Charleston Moose Lodge 1444. Their float is built on a 20-foot pontoon boat trailer, and the color scheme is red, white, and blue. Look at that moose head.
For a minute there, I thought it was still alive.
I'd say someone's getting ready to go surfing.
Skiing.
Skiing, excuse me. It says Surfing USA up there, Alan. I was just going by the thing.
I was looking at the young lady who happened to be skiing.
Well, she's pulling 3 members of the U.S. service there.
Right.
Right behind that float from the Moose, we have the John Adams Junior High Band. The colors are red and white. Their nickname is the Buckman. They're located, of course, up on the hill. They're under the directorship of Kevin C. Lilly. They have 100 marching members and 13 members in the auxiliary units. Last year they had a superior rating in a regional concert band festival. First place in the Regatta Parade. Second place band in a Raleigh County marching band parade.
Look how precise they march at those feet. They're very good.
Look at them. They're all very rigid.
Very good.
Good-looking group of kids.
Look across. There's a little sign. Little sign across the street.
You're
says,
great, Jonathan.
You're great, Jonathan.
Who's Jonathan?
Jonathan must be in the band.
Oh, all right. Jonathan has a loyal following. Aaron, I'm not sure which one it is.
I believe they're associated with the South Charleston Museum Foundation.
Oh, you're right.
They're
You're
having
right.
the American Indian powwow down in South Charleston this weekend.
Mel, didn't you tell us that those are real Indians on
Yes.
the back of there?
When I was reviewing the floats earlier this morning, I happened to have the good fortune of being introduced to these actual Indians. The young lady there sitting in the gold happens to be from Colorado, named Tracy Wallers, and she is of Cherokee and Comanche. The gentleman sitting on the other side is John Standing Deer. He happens to be from Charlotte, North Carolina. And one of the young women.
We now have the Canaan County Bookmobile, and it's a brand new Bookmobile. Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah. They got a big bow around it to say, "Welcome to Charleston."
Next we have coming into view, of course, from up Route Interstate 77.
Ravenswood High School Band. Under the leadership of Michael R. Leatherman.
Their colors, of course, are red and black, and they are known as the Red Devils. In 1989, they were the winners of the Ohio River Festival, which was held in Williamstown, West Virginia. They have approximately 60 members in the marching unit and approximately 18 members in the auxiliary units. All the way from Ravenswood, West Virginia, the Ravenswood Red Devils.
We have another float from the Charleston Elks, number 202. This is Warren McGinnis.
Warren Magoo McGinnis.
Excuse me. Mr. McGinnis at one time was a Charleston policeman, and he's got a moose on the front of his, too.
Not quite a moose, that's an elk.
Well, correct me.
With a lion on the back.
Hey, that's all right.
Is
That's
that
all
Lions
right.
Club too?
Hey, that's all right.
Of course, right behind him, we have the marching George Washington Patriots under the directorship of Lane C. Hess, with 46 members in the marching unit and 10 members in the auxiliary unit.
They always have a good band.
Yeah. Hey, Mel, we have more Indians coming up here.
This happens to be the YMCA Indian Guide. Their address, of course, they're located at the YMCA up on Hillcrest Drive. It's a flatbed truck, but decorations are strictly Indians.
By the way, this is the Y Indian program, and this is where the fathers and their children are involved together in activities. And it is a fantastic program that has been going on at the Y for many, many years.
We might add it's under the leadership of Dan Foster this year.
And I think Dan has a name It's on a truck here, just a second. He is Chief Running Deer, I believe he's
okay.
named. I'm not sure, or Chief Sitting Bull.
He has to assume a name, huh?
That's right.
All the fathers have names.
Okay, all right. Next is the Oddfellows and Rebecca float. This year the collars are purple and silver, which are the state officers' collars.
And again, they went along with the theme of the regatta. It looks like another sternwheeler.
Right. Look how elegant they look in the beautiful yellow dress. We have another sports car here.
Oh, yes. This is the Corvette Club. River City Corvettes down in St. Albans is sponsoring this one. And as you can tell, it is a modified Corvette.
And of course, right behind the Corvette, we have the Dunbar Junior High Bullpup Marching Band. The colors are black and white. They have approximately 80 members in the marching unit and 6 members in the flag corps.
I understand bullpups don't bite too much as bulldogs.
This band won first place award for the junior high band at the All-American Musical Festival, which was held in Orlando, Florida. Look how straight they march.
This next float is called Crocodile Regatta, according to Rayox Incorporated. Last year's float, they were NL Chemical Company. This is a corporation entry. It is an alligator, look there.
I wouldn't put my hand in that thing.
No, I wouldn't either. Guy's running as fast as he can. Oh, we have a little alligator following up.
Don't let him get too close.
Hey, there's Prince Freddie, the walking tramp clown.
He looks pretty princely.
Uh-huh. Happy man that he is. This is Deanna's School of Dance. Better known, according to the front of the truck, as Deanna's Darlings.
Looks like we have a beach theme here.
Yes, I'd say so.
And by the way, we have a beach set up down at Magic Island. Some volleyball tournaments down there later on this week.
Now this one coming up is a very interesting entry. We just got this 2 days ago, and it is called Biscuits and Gravy. It is sponsored by Bob Evans, who has 3 restaurants in our area, and they want you to know that these are their logos for their children's breakfast menu. So each dog is got a name, and one dog is called Biscuits, and the other dog is called Gravy.
Gee, now I'm hungry again. Taste of Charleston, I think, starts at 12 o'clock at the Civic Center, right?
I'm telling you, Alan, you got to wait till lunchtime. Oh, look, we got one asleep down there. How in the world could anybody sleep when Biscuits and Gravy's going by?
When I first heard about this float, I thought they were going to be actually Biscuits and Gravy.
By the way, seeing the little baby down there, can I say hi to my grandson at home?
No, you can't.
Hi,
Behave
Devin,
yourself.
Michael. I'm going to say it anyway.
You can't do that, Alan. Now this one's great. Look at this.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, here comes, oh my goodness. Here comes the float called Zoo Incorporated.
Mel, did you get up on the float? Is that Mel Fletcher on the... No, Mel's still up here. Mel's
I'm still here in the booth.
Oh, this is wonderful. Of course, this represents the proposed zoo that a group of citizens is wanting to have happen here in Kanawha County. They put some work into this. I want to know who that guy is on the front.
I've got a name here, Joe Cometti.
That's good. I
think it's probably
It looks like
him.
Joe. I was going to pick Joe.
You're right. We know Joe.
Now here comes
Yeah,
another.
that's Joe.
Here's another float that just totally amazes me. It's called the Customized Tow Truck.
I beg to differ. That thing could never float. It would sink.
This happens to be from Nellis, West Virginia, from Nellis Motor Sales.
I wonder if he tows anything.
I read about that truck where it takes 80 hours just to shine all that stuff.
That thing has over 15,000 additional chrome parts on it. It's amazing. And here's my favorite group, the Stonewall Jackson Junior High School Marching Band.
Under the leadership of George Persinger. Oh, look at this.
Oh, look at this, guys.
They are a good-looking band.
This is the second year that they are Consolidated Junior High School, formerly Wilson and Junior High. George was a performance director at the Lincoln Junior High School. Everything's going on down at the left.
That's right.
We have another regatta, Charleston Festival Committee balloon. And hey, here's a friend of ours.
Well, my goodness gracious, it's a good friend of ours.
That's right.
The Sheriff of Canal County. What's that with him, Alan?
Which one's the sheriff? Oh, okay.
That's Deputy Dog. You don't know Deputy Dog?
I tell you what, Deputy Dog is one of the good programs that we have going on in this county, and is in conjunction with the Just Say No to Drugs campaign. And of course, our current sheriff, Art Ashley, put that program together and continues it and does a great job here for the kids in our community.
We'll have to wave at Sheriff Art Ashley.
That's right.
Yes.
And Sheriff Ashley did not recognize us.
Maybe he doesn't claim us. We now have
I still wondered who's the sheriff.
Oh, all right. Now you're saying that. We've got some cars here, Alan. Golden oldies.
Yes, we certainly do.
Oh, listen to that.
Brad Spradling is driving a 1933 Franklin, which is a two-tone green. Danny Shin's truck is coming up here. It's a 1939 pink Chevy truck.
That
is see those colors.
Yes. Oh, look at the customized back there.
That's right. That's a 1966 Chevy Deuce drag car, towed by Ray Kinder. I used to own a 1966 Chevy Deuce.
I bet my brothers
didn't quite look like that, though. That's a beautiful car.
Next, we have a float, Beauty by Shea. What are those things, Alan? You as a grandchild, I don't know what those are. I'm out of this.
Those are Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh.
All right. I finally found out what they are.
Cowabunga.
Ah. We now have the South Charleston Junior High School Band under the new leadership of Ken Johnson.
The colors have to be blue and white. We have approximately 15 in the auxiliary unit and approximately 45 minutes in the marching unit.
We may add here that Mr. Johnson is new to South Charleston Junior High School, coming there from St. Albans Junior High School. Next we have the Blue Knights of West Virginia Motorcycle Group. More of Charleston Police. Well, I guess it's Charleston Police, and it's a kind of a lot of other law enforcement agencies. But it's made up of all law enforcement agencies. Those are big motorcycles.
Oh, yes.
International Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club. I had it all the way but right.
Right.
Look at the sidecar.
These are touring motorcycles. They travel all over the country. There are 16 bikes with us today. Those are our good men in blue.
Now wait, we got a couple women on there, Alan.
Oh, okay. They're on the sidecars, right?
No, look over there. They're riding
We
behind.
riding one? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Sergeant Jerry Polly is the spearhead of the club here in town and is quite active in the enforcement of the laws around here during regatta.
And one nice thing you'll notice, Alan and Sharon, they're all wearing their safety helmets.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's right.
That's something that the police department likes to see.
I
Everybody.
see people jumping up in the air. We have the Maverick Gym, and they must have a trampoline because that guy's going to hit his head on the light pole.
He almost did.
Yeah. Now he can go again.
All right. Present night before the regatta. That's the theme of our regatta. We're glad you're here. Glad you're here.
They have
And
sound
we're just
effects.
kicking this thing off, ladies and gentlemen. We got another 9 days of regatta, so be here and enjoy it. Yeah, if you like
That
to
is
see
the
how
owner
many
and
applause.
head instructor at the Maverick Gym Club.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
And of course their float was provided by Canaan Manufacturing Company.
He practices what he preaches. He's up
Oh,
there
yes.
jumping. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like we have a bed there. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. 'Twas the night before regatta.
Oh. And all through the house there was too much noise everywhere.
Now we've got a car carrying the Charleston Area Business and Professional Women's Organization under the leadership of Pearl C. Watson.
That has to be, if I'm not mistaken, a 1956 Ford preceding it.
Well, that belongs to
Beautiful
her, too.
car.
Yeah.
And of course, right behind them, we have the Canal Clowns under the leadership of Greg Freeway Joe.
These are my kind of people.
Yeah.
Right here.
They look like you, Alan. I would
Well,
have
you
said.
probably don't remember, but a few years ago, I did appear as the lead clown in the parade.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Well, I happened to be in front of the car with the mayor in it, and we really didn't know who was the clown and who was the mayor.
I'm not going to answer that one.
And I'll have to add that it wasn't our current mayor.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. We now have the East Bank High School Band under the leadership of Brad Dugan.
This band here has participated in the Black Walnut Festival, the Tri-State Festival in Huntington, and was last year's overall twirling award and a Daily Mail Maidrette Festival.
I'll tell you, we've had a great group of bands in the parade today, and I think that fares well for the citizens of our community. They really get behind and support these bands.
We now have Silken Memories from the American Heart Association, decorated in pink, white, and silver. Christina White, the 1989 West Virginia Queen of Hearts, is riding on that float.
Beautiful young lady.
Oh,
Beautiful.
she is, yes. No ain't
Nice
better,
play.
Mel. Another KRT bus. Oh, this is the KRT. Oh, look there. We've got Popeye on there.
And he has a can of spinach.
Yes, I'm surprised with that.
Popeye in a sternwheel.
He looks like a captain to me.
Popeye on the boat.
I tell you, the KRT is a good way to get around town during the regatta.
The parking is a little touchy.
Yes.
And going up and down the boulevard isn't so easy either.
Hey, here comes Bill Shahan in Super 102.
That's right. Huh. Here we have Canaan Players and the cast from Nonsense.
Oh,
You're
Looks
a
like sisters
Canaan
to
player
me.
goer.
yes.
This will be, excuse me, Red. This will be presented on October 5th, 6th, and 7th, and 12th and 13th, and that Nun's on roller skates.
That's what threw me off.
I never saw a nun on roller skates.
I haven't either. There's one riding a scooter.
They're making the father carry the banner.
Horace Mann, Junior High School Band, under the leadership of Harry Harvey.
They're dressed in their fine green and whites and are known as the Eagles. Approximately 50 members in the marching unit and 16 members in the auxiliary units. Believe it or not, this band has participated in the regatta parade for the last 12 years.
All right. Next one we have is a little interesting. This is the Charleston Area Now organization. And they have a group of people with them celebrating the 70th anniversary since women obtained the vote. Now, according to the newspaper, one of these ladies actually voted. I'm trying to find her name here. Lena Lowe Yost. No, I'm wrong. We have in the parade a woman who registered to vote in 1920, Gladys LaRue of Monroe County.
Wow. Now, if that is a women's organization,
Yes, sir.
would you mind telling me what those two men are doing in the back row?
They're supporters, sir, of women's right to vote.
Well, women believe in equality.
That's right. Miss
You
LaRue
can
is
join
90.
the NOW if you want to.
I think we're running away with this, boys.
Oh, okay.
Miss LaRue is 91 years old, and there she is.
All right.
Read those signs, no turning back. And they all seem to be kind of dressed for the occasion.
There she is. She's
Yeah.
riding in the car.
Gladys does not look like she's 91 years old.
She sure doesn't. She's an attractive lady.
And I bet Gladys votes in November, too, while we're at it.
I'm sure she will.
And she happens to be from Monroe County.
Nice car, too.
Read that sign, I shall not grow conservative with age.
And right behind her, of course, we have the state senators of Kanawha County, Charlotte Jane Fritt and Martha Worrell.
You forgot Bonnie Brown. Here we have the Charleston Cadet Squadron CAP unit as a 5-man color guard.
By the way, the Civil Air Patrol really helped with the air show up at the airport this year that the Lions Club
Right.
sponsored in June.
Now
And we'll be sponsoring next July.
Next is the Spring Hill Junior High Lions Club. The Spring Hill Junior High Band under the leadership of Drew Barker.
They're known as the Rebels. The colors are red and gray. 50 members in the marching unit and approximately 18 members in the auxiliary unit.
came from St. Albans High School. She does an excellent job.
Sounds like she does an excellent job. Now we have the GMC fireworks truck. GMC is the sponsor of the fireworks for next Sunday night. It's supposed to be the biggest fireworks display ever held in the history of the regatta. And when you saw the Jim Burdett interview, you heard him.
And will be put on by the Zambelli family.
And we do know that it cost $8,000 more than last year.
Aha.
So you can figure it out yourself.
Now we have the Ladies Auxiliary to Post 20 American Legion. And they're dressed as little flowers here.
Those are poppies.
That's right. And they sell poppies to raise funds for their organization.
These are known as the Poppy Ladies.
These are known as the Roosevelt Junior High School Rough Riders under the directorship of Tom Turner.
The colors are blue and white. They have 40 members in the marching unit and 12 members in the auxiliary unit.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
Diddy diddy.
I thought it was do-wah diddy-diddy day or something.
No, just do-wah diddy diddy.
All right.
I can't spell it, so I'm not going to say it.
Well, I'll say they do it good.
That's right.
They do it good.
Yes.
Do-wah diddy
Yes.
diddy.
And they are done. One nice thing about today is the weather is just perfect.
And the sun's
Cool.
coming out.
And the sun's coming out, and these kids have marched approximately, maybe a mile to get to the reviewing stand, and they have approximately another mile to go.
Speaking of do-wah diddy diddy, Wednesday night, we're going to have Bill Pickney and the Original Drifters, Jeff Stevens and the Bullets, and the Vandells.
Hey, we can go hear
pretty
more
popular.
do-wah diddy-ditties.
That's
Yes.
right.
That's back in our days.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. Speak for yourself, Mel.
Next, we have the CMP Telephone Company float, and the Travel and Tourism float. CMP Telephone Company promotes travel and tourism in West Virginia in an effort to support the economic development of the state. The company float is entitled West Virginia, It's You. It represents many of the sights and sounds available to those who visit our state. Pickers and grinners in the New River Gorge are being enjoyed by children of the CMP Telephone employees riding on the boat. CMP also supports tourism through the state's official tourism guide, West Virginia It's You, which is published by CMP and their parent company, Bell Atlantic.
I hear a banjo, Mel.
They're really doing some picking.
Yeah. Oh, look at the bike. It goes back and forth. That's for flirt.
CMP gives a boost to travel and tourism, which is the state's second largest industry. West Virginia, It's You. That's the New River Gorge. Now,
That's a really neat float.
Alan, we get
And
some more
coming
of
up,
yours.
oh yes, we have the Antique Car Club. In the front, we have a red 1963 Falcon hardtop, driven by Bill Linden. Right in back of Bill, we have a 1932 Chevrolet Roadster. Shawler, driven by Ralph Jarrett.
and of course, right behind that, we had the Charleston Town Center Team Board riding on the Charleston Town Center Antique Fire Truck. The driver is John Hoover, and the team board is made up of 25 members of the various high schools located in the Canal Valley.
They're going to be showing us what's fashion for 1990, 1991.
these are, I believe, high school juniors, if I'm not mistaken, or seniors that participate in from all the area high schools.
They're models.
Yes.
I believe they have to audition. There's all the kids participate, and then the directors of the town center sort of pick them, and these kids represent the town center all year long.
Right.
Right. Now we have the Wings of West Virginia Association.
More motorcycles.
More
These are touring
motorcycles.
bikes. By the way, the values of some of these motorcycles can go as high as $10,000 to $12,000 each.
Oh, now this is a late entry. This is the Ashland Oil Valvoline truck. Now that's an old Ashland Oil Valvoline truck.
Oh no, I see this on the road all the time. This is what they use on a daily basis. This is the truck that delivers all the oil the Valvoline makes.
We may add here that Ashland Oil is a major sponsor to the Charleston Regatta.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can hear in the background, coming into focus now is the pride of West Virginia, the West Virginia University Marching Band.
Go Mountaineers!
Under direction of Don Wilcox and David Satterfield. Their colors, of course, are blue and gold. They're 320 members strong.
Oh, let's listen to this.
Every time I hear this band, it just sends chills up. They'll be performing again this afternoon over the field with Marshall.
Lately Field, right?
Lately Field. And next Saturday, they will be performing at the Mountaineer Field with the Kent State football game. Now, that's a sight you've got to see. Come running out of that tunnel like a herd of Indians. Let's listen to them.
As you can see, the crowd really loves them too.
Yeah. Oh, they're impressive.
There they go. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of West Virginia, the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Chills up your spine, nothing will.
We encourage you to go to Lately Field this afternoon.
2 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Let's listen to the applause. People just love them.
They are not only one of the best marching bands in West Virginia, they're one of the best marching bands in the whole United States.
They represent the state well.
My gosh, they're protected, aren't they? I've heard of bringing up the flank, but this is ridiculous.
These are the young men protecting us, too. We all know the problems we're having in the Middle East. These are some of the men and machinery that are over there now. And here are the horses.
Promoting the Magic Island rides down on Magic Island during Regatta. You can go down there and ride horses all week.
Oh boy.
Well, this has been a spectacular parade.
As you can see, the crowd is starting to leave the band here in the reviewing stand. But just remember that activities are still going on throughout the city.
We really want to tell everybody how much we've enjoyed. I speak on behalf of Melvin and Alan here because we really enjoyed this, and we thank you for being here. We think the crew of WPBY has done a magnificent job, and we hope that you've enjoyed seeing the parade as much as we've been happy to be here and to bring it to you.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun, and thank you so much.
Certainly enjoyed. Thank you.